Hey,
Dino, how you doing?
I should show up.
Well, I took a week off. I do get a lot of vacation time.
You show up, we have to cut Christian's mic.
He's done.
No mic for Christian.
No budget. The budget's out.
I know, really.
I'm telling you.
But Talkin Jersey, what number is this?
I don't even know anymore.
3.8 and
I don't know.
quarters?
I don't even know.
Did we count last week's?
No. Well, because
Actually, we got pretty good hits last week.
Yeah, it was a lot of good hits. Speaking of pizza, I mean, we had a good pizza guy.
The pizza guy.
The pizza
the Burritos.
Yep.
You didn't bring any pizza, but we had the Burritos here.
Yeah, that's not
It was
going to.
cold on Mondays.
Yeah, why? I never understood why the Italian restaurants are closed on Mondays.
We need a day off.
Why?
Work their fucking asses off.
So?
How many days off a week do you get?
We don't have to talk about that.
Don't you work like 5 days on and 17 off?
We don't need to talk about this.
How many weeks
none of your
vacation a year?
concern.
You have more weeks vacation a year than I've had weeks of vacation in the last 20.
Don't hate.
I don't hate. So we got a big guest today.
We have a guest today.
This is possibly our most famous guest.
Probably has the most followers of any guest that we've ever had. More followers than you and I have combined. This is
Definitely the
good.
strongest.
Without a doubt.
You want to introduce her?
Ashley Lauren Rollo. MMA fighter.
Don't let the smile fool you.
No. Don't do that. She's tough. She is tough. Welcome, Ashley.
Welcome. I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, definitely.
We love having guests,
We do.
and guests would have juice.
I have coffee.
You have Starbucks.
I have coffee.
Yes.
No juice.
No juice.
And speaking
I promise, USADA, no juice. I promise.
not that kind of juice. We don't talk about that.
Listen, I could be.
Is that illegal?
Yeah, juicing
It is.
is illegal.
It is.
Yes. Yeah.
The fun kind is illegal.
Well,
Okay.
you shouldn't take that stuff anyway, right?
I mean, people shouldn't take a lot of different things, but I mean, if I had a bigger following, maybe I could take it and get away with it. Maybe be
Really?
stronger.
Oh, so it depends who you are.
Yeah,
Okay.
it totally depends on who you are.
That's it. You didn't introduce what she does for a living.
I just said MMA fighter.
I didn't hear that.
Did you hear it?
Sure.
I'm
not taking sides.
I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think she said that.
Ashley's an MMA fighter,
MMA fighter.
and that's a mixed martial arts for those of you who don't understand.
Okay, that was good because my next question would be what's the difference between UFC and MMA?
Well, UFC, I think Ashley can probably explain the difference between these organizations, correct?
Yes. So the UFC is an organization where you do MMA. So UFC's up there along with Bellator, One Championship, Invicta for the women. But mixed martial arts is just a way of saying any way of choking or hurting another individual while locked in a cage.
Oh,
Pretty much.
so you've fought in those cages that we've seen before.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be fighting in one again soon, so it should be pretty
Well, that's one of the reasons why we brought you here today. Is
Yeah.
Because March 29th, I believe.
March 29th, I will be fighting at Monday Night Brewing in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to be fighting on my opponent's home turf because she's from Atlanta and I am not. So,
You're clearly not from Atlanta.
no, I would probably survive an hour in Atlanta before they tried sending me home of some sort. I
Really?
mean, I can't hide this mouth or attitude no matter what.
You have a temper?
I don't have a temper, except when I'm hungry. But that, I feel like, is all girls, But no, I'm
Dino,
pretty,
you weren't
pretty
here
chill.
earlier. She brought her food meal plan in her little bucket or whatever you want to call it, in her little freaking bag. And she comes in and asks for a microwave.
Okay. Did
She
we have
asks-
one?
No. She asked for utensils.
Did we have that?
No.
Oh,
But she dug and dug and dug
I
over
was
in that
like
room
a-
over there.
I was like a raccoon. Like they walk in there and I'm just like rummaging through everything.
Well,
and
we
they're
want to
like,
say
"What do you
raccoon.
do?"
For this show, we're going to say you were like a groundhog.
Okay, I was like a rummaging groundhog.
She was going through and she found a spoon.
I found a spoon. Well, no, because my friends they compare me sometimes to a raccoon or like
Oh, really?
a trash gremlin. Yeah, because
Trash gremlin?
I have a habit of wearing sweatpants and like sports bras like 24/7, 365. The last couple of days, my friends have been like, listen, you're a girl. You need to start dressing like one. So I learned how to brush my hair, learned how to put on clothes, and it's been pretty interesting.
Well, that's good for the viewership anyway.
Yeah, no,
We're kinda glad that you didn't come in with
100%.
sweats, yes.
Well, no, I mean, I do have sweats in my car. It's weird wearing, like, clothes. Like, I feel like I have to act, like, a certain way when you're...
Did you
like,
tell her she had to dress up for this?
No.
No, this is what I wore to work. I wore this to work today, guys. This This is how I operate.
All right. So what's the day job? If you can tell.
I freelance in
Okay.
television. I work for ESPN, ABC, Amazon.
So you work for Disney.
I work for the mouse and Bezos.
Oh, we've spoken about Mr. Bezos.
Make sure his checks don't bounce.
No, listen,
Well,
she only got half.
Now, does
She
his
only
wife
got
sign the
half.
checks now, or does he sign the checks? Or ex-wife, whatever.
No, not yet.
Oh, it's not yet?
No,
Not yet.
Still negotiating?
They're still in talks.
Okay.
Wow.
The biggest question I had when Vinny told me he was going to bring you on, what makes you think about doing this? Like, were you a tougher girl growing up? Did you hate people? What is the driving force behind this?
Well, it was pretty interesting. Like growing up, nobody in my family was like, into combat sports. Like my mom didn't even sign us up for karate. But my parents did push us into sports.
And you grew up in Brooklyn, you said?
I was born in Brooklyn, and I moved out to Jersey when I was in third grade. 8, I think that's how old you are when you're in third grade. My parents were like, you need to know what grass is like, and like living out, in the country. It's going to be fantastic. Life is going to be great. Hey, May, what's up?
You're allowed to come in, man. You own the place.
Yeah, this is your
Bring a microphone for
child.
Christian.
You better bring some pizza for this one because she's ready to.
Christian needs a microphone. Everyone's asking for him.
Yeah.
So I came from, New Jersey. We skipped over that dirty borough in between New Jersey and Brooklyn.
Oh, Staten Island.
Was it before or after
Way
the
to go.
dump?
Oh.
I feel like it's always been a dump. So, I mean,
Those warm summer days, driving through on the Staten Island Expressway.
There was a time before it was a dump.
no. I feel like Staten Island, like God was like, you know what? I need a place to put all these humans' trash. Staten Island, here you go. Like, I don't even know, like, what is a Staten Island? Like, what does Staten mean?
Do you need me to give the history lesson? It's Dutch. Staten used to have the double A. Come on.
Really?
Well, you asked.
My brain
we got
turns
three
off
Guineas
things.
here, and we're talking about Dutch?
Well,
She was in Brooklyn 2 minutes ago.
Bay Ridge, no
Understand.
less.
Bay Ridge, yes.
So Saturday Night Fever is like you have to watch that 3 times a year.
You know what's funny? I've never really seen Saturday Night Fever.
Really?
I've never watched the whole Godfather, so it's okay.
I've never seen The Godfather. High five. Look at that.
No, I'm fist pumping.
Okay.
I'm fist pumping. I don't want to break
We do-
your
we do-
fingers by
we do fist
accident.
here.
God forbid I break your fingers. You got a fight coming up.
So you don't judge people when they say they haven't seen The Godfather?
No, not at all.
I
Not at all.
judge.
You judge.
No, I
judge.
feel like
If they haven't watched The Sopranos, I do.
Okay.
Well, that's a given. I mean,
That's-
But The Sopranos, basically,
Oh,
what
shoot.
did they worship in that show? They quoted The Godfather all the time.
Yeah, but Sopranos are realistic.
Well, yeah.
So where'd you move to Jersey? Get back.
Freehold.
Get that answer.
I moved to Freehold
That was your first move from...
Yeah.
Okay.
Township or borough?
Township.
Okay.
Grew up in the township. I still live in Freehold. Not with my parents though. I tried leaving New Jersey and I was like, let me see what it's like. I can't live anywhere else because every other place that I've ever lived, whether it be in Philadelphia or Boston,
You've lived in those other places.
Yeah, I lived in those other places, and it is nothing like the Garden State. Like, I mean, my attitude either gets me in trouble, my mouth gets me in trouble. I don't know how to pump my own gas, so that was a whole debacle, in Massachusetts because they thought I was psychotic. But I mean, it is what it is, and I just feel like this place is my home. I'm a Jersey girl at heart, and
Well, you came over in 3rd grade, so that's close enough, right?
yeah, and I mean, even when I go back to Brooklyn and stuff like that, like I can't stand Brooklyn. Like I love their food, I love the culture, but I need to get back because it's like they don't have grass.
More of your roots are here.
More of my roots are here. I don't
Right.
know how to parallel park. Totally failed at during driving. I just feel like I have much more to offer the Garden State than I do, New York.
So what do you say when you hear people trash talking Jersey all the
I
time?
laugh
Do you,
because every person like who does what I do, anybody who's in the UFC or in MMA, like.
Talkin Jersey.
You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
they beat people. Like, we have some of the best fighters coming from New Jersey. Frankie Edgar. You know what I mean? Gary Tonin. He's another Jersey boy. You know what I mean? We have Mickey Gall. We have all these guys, and you're like,
our state has a crazy history of arts and celebrities and all that type of
yeah,
stuff.
like we have the
we-
best looking girls. We have the smartest scientists. # Albert Einstein. And you know what I mean? Thomas
We invented
Edison.
film.
Thomas Edison, you know what I'm saying? Like we have like this. Okay, make fun of us. What has your state done for our country? Nothing. No arts, no entertainment.
Well, I'll give you another example.
All right, Arkansas, what have you done?
Well, listen
Yeah,
to this.
Arkansas. Anybody from Arkansas?
You
better not
listen
be
to Casey
listening.
Kasem's
Bill
countdowns.
Clinton.
You ever hear anybody ever say, "Oh, the
He was.
next coming up on the radio is this rock band from Oregon"? It's always like Jersey Rockers here, Jersey Disco Band here. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah.
Cool and the Gang, right? We don't even have to.
Cool and the Gang.
Well, because
Really? You bring a Cool and the Gang?
Springsteen and
Oh,
Bon
hold
Jovi.
on.
About Springsteen, Bon Jovi, and Cool and the Gang.
Now you guys just start hating.
What, Stacey
Nerds,
Lattiser
maybe.
coming in soon?
Cool
I
and
think
the
she's
Gang.
dead.
Who?
Stacey. Oh God.
Stacey Lattiser.
This
about
I'm
10
not
years older than your
trying to
grandmother.
date
Yeah, really.
anyone, you know, numerically, but something tells me I couldn't even pick that lady out of a lineup.
I couldn't even do that. I know
Stacey
the name.
Lattiser?
I know the name. Yeah, but that's
Nah.
about it. Yeah. I don't even think. I don't think anybody could pick around anybody.
Stacey Lattiser.
It sounds like a bunch of owls in here. Who? None of us know who this person.
But the whole point is that Jersey has this persona about them, and we're identified throughout the country. I think they're from Jersey. Like when you travel, like you said, when you lived and you moved in other places,
Oh, even when I
they knew where you were from.
Like I went to LA back in December, and I walked into a store. Not going to use the name, but I walked into the store. I asked them a question. They automatically go, "Are you from the East Coast? Like, you kind of sound like you're from Jersey." Actually, yeah, I am. Oh, sorry. I come from the greatest state in like the country.
Huh?
Well, I just came back from Virginia.
Oh God.
And they said, "Oh, you're from New York?" No fucking way. No, I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference? Oh, there's a big difference.
There's a big
difference. I'll have to pay the toll to
Somebody
leave.
thought I was Danica Patrick.
Danica Patrick.
No, somebody on there I see on the stream. I actually get that on, and I met her in person.
Who said that? I can't read.
John Tordo.
Oh, my buddy John. That's my buddy John. Your buddy.
Yeah.
That's
So
your buddy,
you know what's
Dino.
funny?
Yeah, he doesn't like
I
you.
met Danica Patrick in real life,
You
and
kind of
on
do
set,
resemble. You resemble. her.
people were like, "Wow, you two totally look alike." And I was like, "You know what's funny? I was with somebody who looked like Aaron Rodgers, and it was just like this whole like weird thing. I was like, maybe we're like somehow related or anything, but yeah, no, I've gotten that before.
Okay,
I've gotten
I can
Danica
see that.
Patrick, Marissa
I can see
Tomei, and Sandra Bullock.
I've gotten Ralph Macchio.
I could see your eyes. You have the Ralph Macchio eyes, the nose.
I've gotten the Pillsbury Doughboy.
But you know what though? Like the
No, you're the wrong color for that, Chris. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You're not white enough for
Unless you're doing the
that.
whole wheat version, I don't know about that, man. No way, man.
Wait, I didn't get to see it. Who said the whole wheat version? That was fucking great.
Well, you know, I mean, you got to be healthy about it.
One day you'll see what I look like, people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
He's like
we
the
can,
Wizard of
we can go
Oz.
to
He's
the other
like a
podcast
voice.
and see what you look like.
I mean, can you make the writing a little bit bigger so we can see at least who's talking? At least.
Why don't you put some glasses
Looks like
on?
John Tuordo.
Yeah,
is
John
talking.
Tuordo is a friend of mine.
Dan
Dan Danny Durr.
Danny
Yeah,
Durr.
they're friends of mine. Yep.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Dawn's one of our Dawn's one of the people that I spilled my drink who has bought
Good
our
thing you
shirts.
had the cup.
That's right. See.
Yeah, you still spilled on the
We're
shirt.
gonna move the cup.
I'll
But
tell you.
Dawn's one of our regulars. She's actually bought these shirts.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of cool.
These are pretty sweet. I like them.
Yeah,
I like
I like
that they
them.
have the color. I like that they're soft. They're super soft.
Yep.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah,
Big fan.
first class all the way, right? But this is
Fall off a truck.
what you get with us. It's just like, it's a complete freaking mess.
So anyway, getting back to the question I asked.
Which question was that?
How'd you get started? What made you want to?
Oh yeah, back to what we were actually talking about.
Yeah, we do that a lot. We
no,
just roll
so
off to
I,
different things.
I went. This is like kind of weird, but I went to a bar and I was at Jenks and I was in a position where I didn't really feel comfortable. Like guys are like super aggressive, and I was like, God, I wish I could fucking kick their ass. And then somebody goes, "You probably could if you train." I was like, all right. So I went to a jiu-jitsu school and I started doing it. And I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool. So I started rolling. I was doing gi class. You know, I'm not a big fan of the fancy karate pajamas, but I did it. I started doing no-gi. I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. And then I started doing Muay Thai. I was like, this is even better. And then it just kind of snowballed, and it turns into these one thing after another, and you just start making like all of these connections and friends, and you're like, damn, I'm actually kind of good at this. Like I've been doing this.
It's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? And now like I could walk into any bar. I don't care. Like I mean, I'm not afraid of anything.
So you did jujitsu.
I started with jiu-jitsu,
I did a little bit of research.
Yeah.
You also do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Now I actually know the difference. A little bit of difference. I think with jiu-jitsu, when you flip somebody, you do it front to hip or something like that, and the Brazilian is back to back, and you flip. That's what Google said.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was started by the Brazilians.
Well, that much I can
And
figure out.
Japanese Jiu-Jitsu was started by the Japanese.
Okay.
There's not a
Well, I mean, there's got to be a little difference between the
there
two
is
disciplines,
because
right?
one's got the Greco-Roman wrestling has more of an influence on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's
so
on the
they're
ground
more
more,
about.
right?
Well, I mean, both Jiu-Jitsus are on the ground.
Really?
But it's more of like you're better at taking the back and positioning yourself.
Okay.
You know, it's more of like a control rather than, you know, like a pivot, I guess
Okay.
you could say. But, you know, I mean, I train under the lineage of Renzo Gracie, which is, you know, basically...
He has his own discipline too, right? Doesn't he have,
there's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then there's a whole bunch of different families underneath it because... I mean, we all migrated, you know, from other countries to here, and you know, Brazil's gigantic, and they all came here, and they're all like, oh, I'm gonna do jiu-jitsu, okay, I'm gonna open a school. So they all started doing it, and then one thing led to another, and it just started
so
a
when
whole
you're
cult.
so when you know what your opponent, what their discipline is,
Yeah.
does that help you more?
It's when most people do jiu-jitsu and or judo as well as some type of stand-up, whether it be kickboxing or Muay Thai. But your best bet is lineage. Like my lineage, we're known for leg locks. Like, I mean, John Danaher, he like created the leg lock basically and perfected it. And you know, like when you're going from somebody against my lineage, all right, they're probably gonna go for my legs, and they're gonna be pretty damn good at it. Whereas, you know, there are other schools that they're better at, you know, like arm locks and submissions and stuff like that. So, you know, I got to protect my arm. You know, like whenever I go to an opponent, I always look up where their lineage is.
and do you train differently when you know what your
Yes.
opponent does?
Yes. So I also try to find tape. That's why you guys won't find any tape on me.
Done.
I always find like videos of them or like old anything, you know, except for in like jiu-jitsu tournaments because you don't know who the hell you're going to go against until like the couple of days before when they make the brackets, or in like Naga, it's like same day. Like you walk on the mat and you're like, oh, okay, hey, what's up? Like, I don't know who you are. But, you know, you kind of focus it like that. But my coaching, they make you train for everything. So
Want to
that
shout out
way-
to your coaches?
What?
Shout out to your coaches.
Yeah, shout out to Dante Rivera, Leandra Hernandez, you know, Renzo Gracie. You guys are legit, and thank you for making me the well-rounded individual
So,
I am.
and you can walk into any bar you want now.
I can now walk into any bar I want and not be afraid.
That's
Okay, I
good.
got a question for you.
Sure.
I'm going to quote something from Thurston Howell.
The
on
third?
This one. You know where
The
I'm
third.
going. You know where I'm going with this.
I think so.
When do these become lethal weapons that you have to have these hands registered?
See, it's
Or is that just a fallacy?
like everybody's like, oh, your hand's registered. Well, I mean, for pro fighting, you have to have a fighting license. But I mean, if I think that there's something where you have to like get hit or attempted to be hit like 3 times before you can like strike back. But I mean, they're never gonna go into the court like where you're like, oh, well, you know, are you a registered deadly weapon? Like that's not even gonna be a thing. It's gonna be like this person got in my face.
If you're defending yourself,
And
you're fine. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like for the most part, most people who do martial arts, who actually practice martial arts, somebody's gonna come at them. They're gonna try to de-escalate the situation because they know what they're capable of doing. Like they know, like I can physically like hurt this person. Like I can really mess them up, put them in the hospital. You know.
But you know how to subdue somebody without hurting them. Is that safe to say? Like if somebody,
Like you can put a lock on them
yeah, you.
and tame them down.
Yeah, I could definitely hold my own where I don't like kill the other person.
You don't
I
wanna
mean,
do
it's
that
not
anyway,
gonna be fun for them. But I always try, like, I mean, even in like bars, like when guys get like too handsy or whatever, I'm like, no, you know, no, thank you, no, thank you. And
Does that still
then like,
happen?
oh, it's awful. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
The best part is whenever I go out to
Well,
watch
guys
fights.
aren't going to touch you, Vin. I'm
No, I
sorry.
realize that, but I'm just saying.
Whenever guys like hit on me in bars, some of them, especially when I'm watching fights, they'll be like, "Hey, I'm a fighter." I'm like, "Oh, cool! Like, what's fighting? Like, I'm
Oh
just
my
here for
God.
the beer." And I,
So you're just you're baiting them.
well, no, because this is what happens. If you say, "I know what you're talking about," they're like,
Oh.
"Ugh, can you like?" I have DMs to prove this. They'll be like, "Can you triangle choke me? Can you choke me out?" Or if you don't say anything, they'll be like, "I could show you how to do this type of a choke," just because they want to like close some space with you, so they get close. And like either way, I just like roll my eyes and I either get like really mean, or I just laugh them off and I like make fun of them in a way where they know that I'm like not joking and I don't want to be bothered by them. Like I don't go out to like meet people. I go out to just be away from people. You know, like I want to be in my zone. Like this past Saturday night, we were at iPlay and stuff like that. It was really cool. Like one thing about training, it's like you have a band of brothers. Like I have like 10 older brothers now who like if somebody ever did anything to me, like they'd be like, all right, who we fighting? Like who we, you know what I mean? Like,
you wouldn't even have to defend yourself.
No, I would just be like, hey, you know, like
So you got bodyguards.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. You know, I got a posse. You know, but in the same respect, if any of their girlfriends or ex-girlfriends ever did anything, like my first thing is, all right, who do I gotta beat up? Like I don't mess around. Like I'm really big into you know, camaraderie like that.
So
That's
if you're
good.
going into a fight, what is in your mindset? Are you like, I'm gonna just beat the crap out of this person, or am I just gonna, my moves are gonna make them submit?
With me, it's very different with women's fighting versus men's fighting. Like women, I don't know like how often like you guys follow it, but women tend to, with the exception of Ronda Rousey, they really tend to not talk shit. Because it's a respectable sport. It's hard for us to begin with. It's hard for us finding matches in jiu-jitsu. It's hard for us, you know what I mean, making weight. We both go through the same thing. So I go in there like, may the best woman win. Like right now, my opponent, nothing but respect. Like she's a nurse. You know, she's raising a kid. Like she is busting her ass day in and day out training for this fight. And I give her nothing but props because it's like we're both suffering right now. Like we both want that cheeseburger, but we got to have the asparagus.
But her little kid is going to be watching.
Yeah, her kids.
How bad are you going to feel if you submit this girl? And her,
If I knock out a mom in front of her kid, I'm going to feel really shitty about myself. But one of us is going to get hit.
What?
I
Like
hit her and she's unconscious.
she's unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, and
no, that's a good question, man. Because
you know,
have you ever hit somebody so hard where you thought you really hurt them, like not like unconscious
in a fight or like in the gym? Because
Well, give us both.
Okay,
Just
in
show
the gym,
Christian's
and it
hiding under the
happens.
table.
My teammates, if they're watching, they'll verify. I'll hit them but I won't hit them hard. I'll hit them late. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'll apologize. But like, I don't know if you saw my grappling video when I went against the person. Like my coach afterwards, like my coach Leandro was like, "You look like a killer out there." So it depends on like where I'm at. Like I'm a very competitive person. I don't like to not put 100% into whatever it is that I do. So there's like me in competition mode, and then there's me on the match, just like, you know, screwing around with my teammates. And whenever that happens, you know, my teammates, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'll lightly hit them.
Well, most of your teammates are males, right? Or do you
Yeah.
have some? So when you're training and grappling with them in practice or whatever you guys call that,
At Dante's,
training?
I once sparred with Delilah once. But other than that, like I get beaten up by boys. Like that's one thing about Jersey girls for the most part. Like we're pretty damn tough.
do you see the irony in this? Because you picked up this martial arts stuff to protect yourself from boys in bars, and now you go to practice. You go to work every day,
Yeah, I go to
and
practice.
you get beat up by boys.
And you know what though? Like I feel like if you can take a hit by like another dude, like as a chick, like not to say, you know, whatever, but I mean like it's different. Like I've never sparred against somebody my size. I've always gone against bigger people. It's hard finding somebody my size because I'm little. So it's just what happens. And I feel like it makes you tougher but the boys, they don't beat up on me. Like they take it easy
They
on
know
me.
what to do, I'm
They
sure.
know what to do. So they're very controlled. You know what I mean? But you know, they're not afraid to like occasionally pepper me, but we know that it's not to cause harm.
Right.
It's to make me a better fighter and tougher and meaner.
Well, they have experience. They kind of know what to do.
Oh
during
yeah,
those training
like they're not.
sessions.
Listen, I've seen them spar 100%, and
You want no part of
is-
that.
Nope, pineapples. I'm out. No, thank you.
Pineapples.
Oh, it's a Kevin Hart thing. I met this guy in Chicago one time when I was like working a UFC event, and he said it. I was like, where's that from? He's like, oh, it's from Kevin Hart. And then I watched it, and I'm like, it was like a safe word, like pineapples, I'm out.
Gotcha.
And now I'm like, nope, that's my safe word, pineapples, I'm out. I'm not doing that.
What's the worst injury you ever had?
Oh, I tore my labrum, and it was wrapped around my femoral head, and I needed my entire right hip reconstructed.
Oh.
And can I ask how old you are?
I am 32 years old. I will be 33 in August.
And you have a reconstructed hip already.
Yeah. The other one needs to be done, but...
Is it from constantly like kicking in the same manners and hitting hard bags?
getting
I
hit
think
there.
the one on
Yeah.
the right... I mean, I played soccer growing up, but I do think the one on the right was from when I first
That's a
started
pretty lame
jiu-jitsu.
sport.
Yeah, soccer.
Jesus.
Compared to what she's doing now?
Really? Holy
Yeah,
cow.
right? No, but that's the thing. Like, I was sitting there, and I was like, oh, there's something's not right with this hip. Because I don't stretch at first. I didn't
Okay.
stretch. I was like, stretching's for babies. I don't need to stretch. Well, kids, I'll tell you this. Stretching is super important no matter how old you are.
Yeah.
Because that's how I think I tore my hip. Because I was like, I don't need to stretch. I'm just going to go, run around and do things with it. And
Any lasting effects? Does it still bother you every once in a while?
I mean, whenever it rains, sometimes it's like it feels like weird, you know what I mean? And then like the scars like are kind of.
She gets to be our age when it rains, I guess.
Yeah,
I know-
it's pretty cool.
You'll be able to
Sure.
tell weather soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could do. I mean, my joints are all messed up, but I mean, I broke like my hands like 8 times each. Like I don't know. I mean, like not that they can see it, but like you guys can see it. Like I don't even know how. That's from punching something. I just don't know what.
Wow.
Damn.
Because my kickboxing coach, there's like 2 different fractures you can get. There's a boxing fracture, and then there's a fighter's fracture. That's when you use these 2 fingers. He started training me to use these 2. So I don't know if you can tell, but these 2 fingers on both hands have definitely more damage on them recently than the others because
Yeah.
I'm punching differently.
You're doing something. You're doing what you're told.
I am
Very good.
I am one of
Nice
those
job.
people who literally does whatever they're told. Like if any of my coaches say, Ashley, do that, okay, I'm fine with that.
Well, they're just protecting you. It keeps you out of trouble.
Oh my God, that person called me fun-sized. Yes, I am
Who said that?
fun-sized. I don't know. Edgar?
Oh, my boy Edgar.
Hey, Edgar.
Edgar's a cool guy.
Hi, Edgar. I'm glad that you called me fun-sized because that really makes me feel good about myself.
Have you been called that before? Or is it just like...
Because whenever like people say like, oh my God, you're so small, because I hang out with a lot of tall people. So I'm always used to being small, but then they like when I go against other short people,
I
they're
know
like,
that
wow,
feeling.
you really are tiny. So
So you just prefer being called fun size?
yeah, because think about it.
It's like a little Snickers
short.
bar.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, like a little, like the little Twix bars or like the fun size candy. Like they're so cute. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh my God, like ew.
You just earned a new hashtag, I guess.
Hashtag fun
It's
size.
like a mini Hershey bar. Christian, you're like a 5-pound Hershey that you get at Christmas time.
I'm the novelty one that you pick up at the Hershey Park. That's like
You're the one
Yeah.
that the bakeries melt down.
Yeah. You need a big
chocolate
dollar to carry it
strawberries.
out. Yeah.
You're really setting up a picture for when these people see me eventually.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Count on it.
Draw a
Thank
stick
God
figure.
somebody finally called it pork roll. I was getting sick and tired
Yes.
of seeing Taylor Ham up there. No, there's somebody from North Jersey up in that feed calling it Taylor Ham.
North Jersey
It
people.
is Taylor Ham.
See, he's North Jersey.
It is Taylor Ham.
Hey, you guys want a live demonstration?
Okay, wait.
I need my swords.
Hold on. The last time I was in Virginia, I was on Norfolk Naval Base, and we got a little intoxicated on soda.
Oh, I've had that soda.
Yeah, soda. And we're from New Jersey, a bunch of us, but some are from North, some are from, South Jersey. And we were so drunk, we called various Wawas and Quick Checks around New Jersey at 2 o'clock in the morning,
You were
3 o'clock
calling
in the
them.
morning, calling them. We drunk dialed them.
You could have
to find
Ubered
out-
instead.
No,
Christian-
we were in Virginia.
Oh, shut up.
We were in Virginia, drunk dialing Quick Checks and Wawas to
In New
see
Jersey.
what they called, and we were taking a tally, like where the pork roll Taylor Ham lied. Like
I've done a lot of things drunk. That's never been one of the things I've ever done.
I take my food seriously.
I'm really drunk. Let's do statistics. Let's figure out who calls it
Let's
Taylor
find
Ham
out.
pork
Well,
roll.
because it's super important. Because if you think about it, like that's the dividing line of New Jersey. Like there's North Jersey and there's South Jersey. Granted, yes, there is Central Jersey. We're in it right now. But in the
Thank
grand
you.
scheme of things,
Nah, I'm with her. Central Jersey's real.
grand
Both
scheme
of you
of
shut up.
things, there's pork roll country and then there's Taylor Ham country. And I do not want, like, that's literally when I meet somebody, like, I'm like, oh, is it pork roll or Taylor Ham?
It's pork roll.
It's pork roll. If they
Pork
say
roll.
Taylor
Pork
ham,
roll.
I don't want to know them.
Okay.
I don't want to be their friend.
Now this is where I've had this with Dino before.
Sorry,
you know
Dino.
when you go to like a deli and you see PEC, you know what that is.
Pork roll, egg, and cheese.
Have you ever seen a THEC before?
Yes.
I've never seen where.
Every deli up in North Jersey.
All right, we're going to have to
Look
take
at-
a field trip.
Yeah, this guy will take us on the road next time.
Christian, can you call an Uber, please?
We'll be there in about an hour.
Dino, we're
Okay,
in
we
the
can turn this
club
up
of-
another notch
We know why the tail. You know why
It
Why it's
wants a
Taylor ham?
brand.
because
It's
it's,
like-
it's the company that makes it.
We're in the club
Exactly,
of
that's why.
people that Ashley
Right.
doesn't like. I don't like coffee. You call it Taylor ham. So we're
I
in that
take
club.
my food seriously.
No, we could turn this up another notch.
Ooh, kickboxing is going to be a thing. Yes, it is. It already is a thing.
Kickbox. What? That comment is.
What do you mean? What is that comment? First off, kickboxing is a thing, and it's always going to be a thing. And I think
Well, hasn't it
everybody
been a
on
thing
there-
for a while?
Yeah,
It's been a thing.
for a
Yeah,
long
it's-
But
time.
Might as
here's
well
the
be.
thing, though, about it being a thing. It was always like one of those like underground like fight clubs. We're gonna have we're gonna have a
Oh, yeah.
field trip.
Now I could get the Facebook Live. Not like
awesome.
last week.
What, like a rooster thing?
Yeah, no, because like kickboxing now, like the UFC,
cockfight.
everybody wants to be a fighter. Everyone, yeah. You wake up at 4:00
yeah.
in the morning, be at Henzo's at 7, then go, to work, and then from work you either go to a podcast or more training or the gym, and then you go home, and then you do it all over again every day for like 9 weeks.
How much of that coffee you got left in there, man? Because
I need a lot more than this.
And you can't have that
We've
second
got
serving
Death
of
Wish
pasta.
coffee in
No,
there
no.
if you want
I
some.
love Death Wish coffee.
okay, we got one more thing to talk about. We did the pork roll. We did the tail ham thing. Sauce or gravy?
Ooh,
It's an important
Sauce.
question.
Ma, I'm sorry. I call it sauce. My mom calls it gravy.
But
I don't know why
it's
she
sauce.
calls
I
it
like
gravy.
your mother.
It's sauce, right?
My cousin Josephine is from Italy, and she calls it sauce. She goes, "With gravy is the brown stuff," and I agree. If I want turkey and gravy, it's brown
Exactly.
or white, depending upon where you get your gravy from. And I'm like, "Oh, can I get macaroni and sauce?" They know what I'm talking about. They're not going to put barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah, I'm sauce.
Sauce.
He says macaroni, right?
I say
I call macaroni.
I say pasta.
I call macaroni.
Okay. See, that's not
That's not such a big.
That's not a big thing. No.
Macaroni
No.
pasta.
Yeah, you could go either way, right? But
I
it's,
mean, the shape of the pasta doesn't make it taste different. I mean, it
No.
does make it less fun. I'm a big
yeah.
Okay,
fan of bow ties and wheels.
how we were talking about this deal with rotinis? Can you stab more than two rotini on a fork?
Yes.
No,
They're impossible, right?
it's impossible. It's like they don't want to be stamped.
Even if they're al dente, it doesn't matter. For the Americans out there, you don't want the pasta too soft. You don't want mushy pasta. Just as like disgusting.
No, you can't.
But the rotini, you can't. I can never get too.
What kind of fork do you have? Sharpen your fork.
First off,
Sharpen my fork.
I don't know if Ming is listening to this. Y'all need to get some forks up in here. Because if I come in here
He
again,
was literally just there.
Again?
That's
Getting
so
some
funny.
water bottles.
Sleeping.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you just say up in here?
yeah, up in here.
Whoa. She got a little bit of Newark mixed in her.
Yeah. So March 29th, Atlanta. Talk to us about it.
Okay.
Who's your opponent? What's your opponent's name? This poor mother with the little
I
kid.
don't want to butcher her name, but I do think it's Nan Koger. That's like how it reads, kind of.
Okay.
She's out of Beaufort, Georgia.
Buford.
Beaufort. Don't even know where it is on a map.
No.
Near Atlanta, though. And it's a charity fight
Yeah,
night.
I was thinking the same thing.
What?
Buford T. Justice.
Smokey
Smoking the Bandit. Jackie
Burt Reynolds?
Gleason.
Oh, I love that movie.
Jackie Gleason. Was,
Yeah.
Smoke.
Burt Reynolds. You never
Oh,
seen
Oh,
Smoking
Burt
Reynolds?
Reynolds. I know Burt Reynolds.
He's
okay.
dead.
He's
Yeah,
dead and
he's
bound.
recently dead.
yeah, yes.
Burt Reynolds, Jerry Reed.
Yeah,
Jerry Reed.
like a case of a case of beer.
Yeah. What's his name? The little guy, Paul Williams,
Yeah,
and the big
deliver a
guy.
case of beer across country.
Yeah. You never saw Smokey?
Oh
the
my
Bandit?
god. Wait, I just want to read this one comment.
No, please.
John
Tordo.
Taylor ham people can't be left alone with their cousins.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
so
man.
John Tordo, let's call him
John,
out.
you are my
John
favorite.
Tordo.
My favorite.
Okay, you know why John Tordo's saying that? Because
Why?
it's me. Because I won't friend. He sent me a friend request. I won't friend request him. I don't fucking know the guy.
You know what? Friend
I don't
request
fucking know
me.
the guy.
I will approve it.
Oh.
You and I will be friends because cool kids have to stick together, apparently. And, if we just keep being friends, all the cool kids, then eventually the uncool kids will fade out and either they'll jump on our bandwagon and start being
Oh, were you one
normal.
of those mean girls in high school?
I guess
She was. She was.
I'll take my shirts and go.
Yeah.
Was I a mean
You
girl
were
in high
She
school?
was one of those mean girls.
No, I think
Cancel
I
the
was.
podcast, please.
No, but I think I was. I think I was a nice person. I was bullied like up until 8th grade. I literally, it was like, hold on. I went from being really ugly in 8th grade over the summer. I don't know what happened, but I was like much better looking my freshman year in high school. And like all the guys who would bully me, like even to this day, they were like, "Hey, you know, you got like really hot," and I'm like, "Yeah."
They're the ones chasing you in the bars. Oh, jeez.
One of them did, but
Oh my God.
I'll leave that.
She's got a stalker.
Oh, I have so many stalkers. I have this one
I
stalker
can
who's
imagine.
probably watching this now, who's from Europe,
Europe.
and
He's keeping his distance.
no, but the new thing is
You
for
fucking
guys.
blame him?
The new thing is for guys to request feet pictures,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
and
There's some
it
weirdos
is
out there.
Weird.
There's some weirdos out there. Yeah.
Weird.
You just can't engage with them though. You just have to just.
Oh, sometimes I take screenshots. Listen, if you're gonna send me something ridiculous, that shit's going in group chat
Oh,
because
boy.
it's hilarious. Oh yeah, it's great. I'm like, look what this person sent me. Like,
Yeah,
what?
There's some weirdos out there, and especially the Europeans.
Yeah, no wonder you guys lost pretty much every world war without us. Just saying. But no. So my fight, March 29th,
March 29th.
Monday Night Brewing Company in Atlanta, Georgia.
But you're fighting in a brewery company.
I don't know. Honestly, like, not gonna lie. Sorry, David Oblas, who's running the show. I don't look at the venue. I don't even really look at anything about it. I just know, like, what time do I gotta be there? And I just show up.
Okay.
That's just how I am.
They sent a car for you. You're not there yet.
No, you know what it is? I have, like, a really big superstition that I have to drive myself.
No, you've driven in Atlanta. I never have.
I'm driving to Atlanta, by the way.
You're driving to Atlanta. Didn't you
I'm gonna
drive
be
to- didn't you drive
I'm gonna
to-
be cutting weight,
Isn't
and
it
if
kinda
if I take an airplane, I'll put on 2 pounds just by flying, even if I don't eat anything, because something about the water retention, and I don't want to risk that because I don't know where their saunas are in Atlanta, so I want to be on weight when I leave here,
Oh wow.
and I'm driving 12 hours.
Well, we're learning a lot about.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sucks.
so you have a weight class.
Oh yeah, you think I could just no, I'm gonna fight like an 800-pound person. No, we both have to be under 127 pounds.
Oh, we okay. I was gonna say, we're allowed to ask you how much you weigh because that's supposed
Right
to be.
now, oh no, fighters, like, we don't care.
I'm asking, just making sure.
I don't know. I think, like, if tomorrow morning I'll
Vinny
probably wake
being
up at
all
like
polite.
Well, you know what?
133.
You know.
Oh no, there's no such thing as being. If you have a question, you can ask.
133.
I'm probably like 133.
So you
tomorrow.
were 131 when you walked in here because we saw her eat that meal before.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're cut 6 pounds in 2 weeks. 2
yeah, it's nothing. I could do
That's
that in an
nothing.
hour.
Oh my God, what's the secret? Because
I literally can lose 6 pounds in an hour. Actually, for Worlds,
just
I lost
working
4
out?
pounds in 45 minutes.
how do you do that? Is that all water?
Sauna, yeah. I was so nervous for Worlds that I weighed in a pound under.
Now, what do you say? Worlds? What exactly?
Worlds,
is that?
it's like a tournament every year in Anaheim, California. It's
Okay.
with the IBJJF. So it's a world tournament where people from all over the world compete against each other.
So, how many fights have you actually had? I don't know. Give or take. I mean,
I'm doing this one. The stuff that I had before was like smokers and everything like that. I can't even count how many.
smokers is
Like,
exhibition.
yeah.
Do you still remember your first fight?
I don't remember what I ate for dinner yesterday. You know what it is? Because I black out. You don't, at least with me,
You black out.
don't
we heard
remember. I'm
another
being
drinking
100%
story.
honest. Like when even at Naga, when I did a grappling, I won. I don't know. I didn't know how I won until I saw the video. Like at
Zone
least
out?
with me, you zone out. Like I have no clue. Like there are times where I'm like, I won. Like and I don't know these things because I'm like, what happened? Like where was? And not because I was submitted or anything like that. It's just because like your adrenaline is
You're in
just
such a
pumping.
zone.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes in class feels like forever, but when you're on the mats and you're competing, it's like, what happened? Like where am I?
So, what are you talking? Is it 3 rounds?
3 rounds.
3 minutes a round? 2 minutes?
Something like that. My coach has us
definitely
train
zoning out.
5-minute rounds, so anything below that is gonna be
Right.
Right.
fantastic. But so it's for charity. I don't make any money off this fight. That's why I'm selling the T-shirts from Bonfire.
Talk about your charity.
Yeah, so I'm doing Warriors of Purpose, and it is a charity started by a bunch of celebrities who knows that mental health is a huge issue in this country, and it's one of those things where people like they feel like they're gonna be ostracized if they talk about it. I think everybody has some type of mental health issue, and this charity focuses on bringing awareness. Because mental health issues, it doesn't discriminate whether you have all the money in the world, you have
Right.
no money.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're sick, you're healthy. It affects everyone equally. I mean, like, look at all these celebrities who've, committed suicide, and you're at this point where you're like, well, why can't they get the help? Because everybody's afraid of talking about it. If we all talk about something that affects all of us, then maybe there wouldn't be such a stigma. And so I'm fighting for a charity that is bringing awareness to mental health. And I mean, I've suffered from depression. I mean, it happens. Like, nobody's happy their entire life. Whether they say that they are, deep down they're not.
Yeah.
And I feel that if people can use a platform for good, like, I don't even know how many thousands of followers I have. I have a lot. And if these people get one thing from me, it's talk about it. I don't care who you are. Message me. If you're sad, if you need somebody to talk to, like, message me. Because sometimes you just need that outlet. Some people are just afraid of talking. Yeah. Men are afraid because it'll make them look weak, and women are afraid that it's going to make them look emotional. Or some people are just like, where do I start? You just say, hey, I'm upset about this. And sometimes just talking to another person makes you feel better. And Warriors of Purpose is actually doing this thing where you get certified dealing with people in these situations.
Wow.
And you can actually help another individual. And if me getting punched in the face, I don't care if the girl knocks me out. Like, I'm actually anticipating that happen. I don't ever look, I want to win this. No, I don't, whatever. If me getting knocked out saves one person because I brought up awareness, fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, you can't put a price on another human's life. I'll wake up from being knocked out. I'll be done with the hospital, doctor, whatever. I'll be fine. But that one person's life, it would have made a difference. Sure. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for not myself, for not the people in the charity, but for the people that the charity are going to help.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's worth getting punched in the face.
That's what I'm saying.
Worth getting punched in the face a few times.
How'd you find the charity?
All right.
Do you remember?
Sort of. No, I was just, like, thinking about, like, what's important to me. And I was going to do the Victor Cruz Foundation because that helps, like, underprivileged youth with STEM programs. And I know Victor Cruz. He's a very nice guy, very humble. I was going to do the Jalen Rose Leadership Foundation up in Detroit. It's a school. You know, they don't pay tuition to go there. It's a charter school. It's amazing. He does amazing things. But then I was like, what feels personal to me? And I was just looking up different charities that help mental health, and I saw that Warriors of Purpose is kind of like an up-and-coming charity. It's not mainstream. All of the money goes towards helping other people. And, you know, with some of these charities, only like 3% of the funds raised.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
And it's absolutely insane. Like, you will never see me donate to a certain breast cancer charity that's super, super popular.
We talked about that 2 weeks ago. You must
Not
have
as
watched
dumb
our
as
show.
I am, huh?
Never said that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll never see me do that. And I always believe in supporting charities that donate a majority of the money to the people that they help. And this charity, like Rodney, you know, and Kevin, like, they did this. Like, Rodney lost his sister to suicide, and Kevin actually just finished maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a little longer, his cancer treatment. And he was suffering through depression. I know when I went through my treatment, I was super depressed, cried a lot. I put on a lot of weight, and I just felt like part of me was like, this is something I can believe in. I can stand up and say, this affected me. This type of a charity would have helped me. And that's why I picked them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, the old saying, if you can help one person.
Exactly. If you help one person, like, what is the value of human life? You know, one life, it's like, it's immeasurable. Yeah. You know, that's somebody's son, daughter, husband, wife, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever. It's somebody's something. Mm-hmm. Everybody out there has someone that cares about them, even when they don't care about
that
themselves.
one person has a network of family and friends that you can't put a price on.
Yeah,
So
and that's the thing.
so many people are affected.
And it's so sad that the people who take their own life, that they were in such a dark place that they thought that they were better off not feeling anything.
Yeah.
You know, and the people who are left behind have to pick up the pieces, and it affects them for the rest of their life.
of their lives, exactly.
And they would have given anything to save that person. I lost 2 of my friends to suicide, my friend Amir and my friend Chris Gant. And this is within the last couple of years. And it's at this point where these are people that I grew up with. These are people that I would hang out with. And they felt so alone no matter how many times we told them that we loved them, that they felt that there was nothing that they can do about it. And I'm hoping through War is a Purpose that these people will see that there is a reason for tomorrow, that there is a reason for them to keep going. And it might suck right now. You know, if I gave up back then when I was depressed, I wouldn't be working for ESPN. I wouldn't be, you know, working for Amazon. I wouldn't be fighting. I wouldn't have met my little brothers. There are so many things in this world that I would have missed out on. Yeah. And I thank God every day that for whatever reason I was able to pull out of it. And I'm really hoping that people can find solace, that there are organizations and people who care about you even when you don't care about yourself.
But we're certainly glad that she came here to tell that story and everything like that.
Definitely.
Can you stick around for a little bit?
Yeah.
We're going to do a little bit of our thing here.
Our shit?
Our shit?
Yeah,
well,
you guys go do your thing. I might hypothetically go hunt for some leftovers.
There, I heard there's pizza down the hall.
Oh, I'm going to
But, we'll shout out. We'll find you in the hallway.
Yeah,
Make sure
I'll
you
be
get a
meandering.
napkin. Yeah.
Do you like animals?
I love animals. Actually, I volunteer on a farm.
Now, I know you just did this whole thing about, you know, somebody's son or somebody's, this is somebody's mother, whatever the case is. But, you know, I think, we didn't even talk about it, but you know the Sarah Stern?
Yeah.
Okay, her father comes to the club.
Oh, really?
Been coming to the club for years.
No kidding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you, with you having that power, that kid who did that,
Yeah.
like, I'd have no problem fucking killing him.
No.
But a puppy dog coming by, I couldn't hurt it for nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever get that feeling? Like, I'm saying to myself, you have the power to just, like, these fucking assholes out there who don't.
Oh, all the time. And you know what's funny? Like, I'm pro Second Amendment rights. I believe that every person should defend themselves, but I don't believe in hunting. I won't hunt. I'll eat food that my friends have hunted. I just don't feel that I can do it. I can't take the life of an animal. You know what I mean? I volunteer on a farm. You know what I mean? It's a rescue, and I'm even cutting down on eating chicken because I became friends with the chickens. You know, but you know, with humans, sometimes it's hard. Like, I do have like deep-rooted like anger towards like certain situations, and I'll feel myself like clenching my fist, like walking around somewhere. But then I'm like, I pull myself back into the moment. I'm like, there's nothing that's going to accomplish it. There's still going to be a douchebag. A person can't be changed because they got their ass beat. A person can only change because they want to change. And I could tell them that they're an ass or a jerk or this, that, and the other thing. I could beat them up. That's not going to change them. If anything, it might make them worse. You know, so you just kind of have to like let it go. Yeah. You have to just let it go. If I went beating up every jerk that was out there, I would literally have a lot more than this. I'd have a lot more than this on my hands. So, but yeah, no, like that's, you know, it does take a lot. And that's why, you know, if you do meet fighters and stuff like that, a lot of them, like 98% of them are super chill and laid back in real life.
Look, she's a fighter, but she volunteers at an animal farm.
Yeah.
She's
if you guys ever want to volunteer, we definitely take volunteers.
She's fighting for the people with depression.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said, I wouldn't have had any of this opportunity if I would have given up. So.
That's a great story.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I was able to inform you guys and our viewers.
Yeah, it looks like you picked up a couple fans along the way too, huh?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
She's racing in Indianapolis next week.
And where can people buy tickets to it?
What? Oh, you can buy a ticket from nfcfighting.com, and then you can go to the charity fight night, click my name, because 30% of the ticket sales goes towards my charity, and then they'll write me they'll actually give you a giant check.
Oh, like the novelty paper
Like the novelty paper ones, but like a really big one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I
never got one of those. You ever get one of those?
I don't know how to pay it.
You have?
Apparently, they're like really easy to come by
I did.
too. Like I think some banks have them on hand,
did.
ready to go.
Yeah, like I could see that being a thing. Like a giant ATM just like pops out of the side of a branch. Like, hey.
No. Like I think because I have TD, and I think I've actually asked them about this before, and one of them was like, "Yeah, we have like 5 on hand in case we have events that are like that." I have a buddy that works at TD Bank, so he was able to tell me that. But I mean, That would be actually kind of cool. I've never actually seen one of them in person. I've always
Hold
just
them up.
seen the picture.
Only the lottery
Hopefully,
people.
guys, I'll be holding one. So,
Let's
Let us know how it's like.
yeah. You know.
Most definitely.
Give her a round of applause, huh?
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
She's had a long day. She said she's been up since 4.
4 a.m.
Dino's been up since 3, but that's just, he doesn't sleep. So
That's life. It's life.
There you go.
you really have an applause. Put it by the microphone at least. There you go.
I had it as close without it being obnoxious, okay?
But what was it?
Applause.
It was applause.
That was applause. It sounded like somebody walking through a fucking puddle.
He's a millennial who has to give himself self-praise
Christian,
with
please.
the applause every day.
Did you hit the wrong app?
All right, guys. I'll be meandering in the hallway if you guys need me.
All right,
Just
thank
knock.
you.
Thanks, Ashley. We
No
appreciate it.
problem. Nice being here.
All right. So getting back to that, I feel so bad for that father.
I mean, to have a child, yeah. And how about the scumbag that did it? I mean, there's no.
And listen, I don't have kids, but when do you say, when do you stop defending your kid? Okay. The kid is on video saying that he blatantly did something,
Oh, yeah.
watched her pee her pants.
Like he was proud of it too.
Like he was proud of it.
Scumbag,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the mother's saying, my son, that wasn't my son talking.
Come on.
Okay. So was your son high? Was he?
Even if he was, what's the difference? I mean,
Okay. Still, what is the line?
I don't.
I hope we
can't
never
answer-
have to.
I can't answer that because I can't identify because my kids would never do anything like that. But parents do stand by their kids. But like you said, I don't know what that line is.
What's the line?
Where do you, like Charles Manson's mother? I mean, did she eventually say,
He
"Oh,
only
that's my
stopped,
baby"?
He stopped at 20. He could have done
well,
more.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we don't know what that line
mean-
is. I mean, we're not making fun.
No, I'm not making fun.
No,
but
we don't know
it's-
what that line is as you're calling it. So, I don't know. I didn't realize he came to your club on a regular basis.
Yeah. And you know what the sad
That's
part
sad.
about it is? He came in. Last time I saw him was a couple months ago. But I've seen him over the last like 2 years. And I just never put 2 and 2 together.
Well,
Until I saw
you
the
wouldn't think,
clip
yeah.
on news.
Until you saw, what was it, 2020?
No. I saw the 2020. Man.
I didn't see that.
That was, oh my God.
I saw clips, but I didn't see the whole. Yeah, it's.
That whole situation is crazy. She was really close with some friends of mine. I think
really?
I even met her in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then I think she was just one of the nicest people.
Yeah.
It usually happens that way.
Yeah, the father's a great guy, too. Real nice guy. But what can you do?
What does that say about the parents of the fucking kid? Like,
Well, that's what we're talking about. Like,
that's-
when do you say to your kid, you know what? I gave birth to you, and you're a fucking idiot. But when do you say, here, you know what? Take them for life. You know what?
There are some parents that do that, I think, but there are some that are still so blind.
And I get
You
that.
know.
It's your blood. It's you never expect your kid to do that. But if you look how many murderers are out there, all those murderers had parents,
Well, look,
right?
Ted Bundy, he was a charming guy, smart guy.
I mean, do we know of a murderer that was created in a test tube yet?
no.
They all have parents, right?
Listen, some people just aren't wired right, too. I mean, so I don't know.
I get it.
You
You're
could
not
do a-
wired right, but you know what?
I mean, do they have any other kids?
there's a difference between not being wired right and then just not having a soul.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt.
This
Oh,
is
absolutely.
somebody who maybe when he was 10 years old should have been smacked around a little more
Maybe.
instead of just put in a corner.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, was
his
there
Nintendo taken
signs that this kid, like, that he had problems? Or, like, was it
Not
just,
that I know of.
Or was it just, like, out of the blue, I'm going to kill someone today? Like, what the fuck?
I haven't heard. And it makes you wonder, like you said. So
It makes me wonder, but it at the same time doesn't. Because it's like, I don't even want to know if I want to delve into the mind of someone like that. You know what I mean? Like,
well, we need to because you
I
have
know
to-
we need to, but we have so many times before that at this point it's kind of like, again, with this shit.
See, you know what? I would take that kid, and if you want to delve into it, I would say, you know what? We're going to take your brain, and we're going to fucking examine it. Out of your head. You're
so
gone. Goodbye.
You need to be bye-bye.
You're going to donate your brain to society, and we're going to figure out what the fuck is going on in that brain.
look at this.
What triggered you to do
He
that?
doesn't have to go to jail.
Doesn't have to go to jail. Yeah, exactly. So we had some deaths, huh?
Oh my God, we were talking about the
King
before we
Kong
got-
Bundy.
Three, and you got
Who's the third?
Luke
Perry, yeah. King Kong Bundy.
And what was the other one we were talking about, Christian? The third one?
He's sleeping right now. His eyes are closed.
No, there was a third one. Luke Perry, King Kong Bundy, and there was another one. We'll think.
It's not Betty White, is it?
No. She's gonna be around after we're gone. I mean, she's
Jesus.
she's
But,
pushing 100.
Luke Perry.
That's
Holy cow.
Listen, he's my age, and he's a little bit younger.
He's
than
younger
you.
than me, yeah. But
It makes you want to run to the doctor and just to get things checked out.
holy cow, a lot of
No,
outcry
seriously,
for
just
that.
just do it.
No, I
Freaking-
realize that, but I'm just saying. But sometimes you see public people get affected like that and die or get sick.
Yeah.
That are your age, that I don't want to say grown up with, because he's a contemporary of ours. So I watched 90210. I mean,
Yeah.
we all watched it, and he seemed like a cool guy. I mean, nobody deserves to have that.
Yeah, he didn't have any drama.
No, not at all. Not even on the show.
He just minded his own.
Well, on the show, he had a lot of drama.
No,
he
not
did
him.
drugs on the show.
Yeah, but he was good.
Oh, that was a cast.
That was a character. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a character.
He really just minded his own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. The whole
A lot of cool
Was he
stories.
the-
whole eyebrows and the forehead thing.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys where a lot of cool stories are starting to come out about him too, because apparently he was just a very low key guy.
Yeah. That's
During one of the major hurricanes, he went out and went to help people. A lot of people have just been sharing stories of seeing him do really cool things, and it's just you know what? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because I could see him being that guy. It was just weird
Yeah,
because
it's just-
I've been watching Luke for a long time. He was one of those actors where I was like, I want to put you in a movie one day if I get the chance to. And then,
That shot to hell. Sorry, Christian.
no, it's okay. But it's just sad.
Your dream has been.
No, my dream cast is. Oh, that's a whole other
That's a
discussion
movie,
for
it's not a
another day. Nah, but it's also one of those things where it's just out of all the people that you never think about it, but damn.
Yeah, no, he's been out of my mind for a while.
Yeah, because I don't watch
now
that show.
popped right back in.
Riverdale.
Riverdale's not bad.
I've never seen it, and I didn't
It's
even know
a-
he was on it. So
It's a little bit of a guilty pleasure, but it's
well, he
not
supposedly
bad.
they're bringing back the 90210 show.
Yeah.
and he wasn't going to be on it. I
Well-
think because of his commitment
Oh,
to the other
committed
show.
somewhere else?
Yeah, him and that bitch Shannon Doherty, who she just got a little strange. Doesn't she look like she
She
used to?
put out real nice tweet.
Did she? Well, I'm sure they
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen.
Yeah,
I'm sure that.
Ian Ziering did.
Yeah, I saw Ian's
that.
earrings. Yep.
Leonardo
I see it.
DiCaprio did a really cool one.
Oh really?
Yeah, because his last movie is a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He plays a character in that.
Listen, a lot of those people all know each other out there. They're all amongst the same age and stuff like that. So they all
All live
kind
in Beverly Hills. No pun intended. True, they all live in Beverly
some are now
Hills.
buried in Beverly Hills. I didn't really just say that, but I didn't.
Beverly Under the Hills.
Oh God.
Beverly Under the Hills.
We still can't find out who that
It's,
third.
it's okay. You know what? You know what tomorrow is?
March 6th.
Ash Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. I
What
don't.
kind of Catholic are you? You get ashes on your head?
No, not
I
anymore.
haven't got ashes in 20 years.
Catherine Hellman. We weren't talking
Oh, that's
about
right. We
her,
weren't talking about her, but yeah,
But that was the
Who
other-
would be? Who is she?
from Who's the Boss?
Oh,
the mother.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, she passed away.
Brody Stevens, comedian.
No, don't know him. There was another one. Keep googling.
Oh, a baseball player died.
Baseball player died.
Baseball player
Oh,
died last week.
Don Newcomb.
Don Newcomb.
Yeah, that was a little while ago. Yep.
Oh, Richard Miller, character actor.
Don't know him.
Gremlins, Burbs, Terminator.
He played the Gremlin.
Nah, he was.
He was a little wee thing. Yes.
It's all right. Use the costume.
So I went to AC last week. I never
That's
get to,
Atlantic City for you people
Atlantic
who don't know.
and I wanted to go check out the Hard Rock. Everybody's been talking about it. It
Yeah.
was okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay.
It was good.
So then I went over to the Borgata. I got a room at the Water Club.
Look at you.
Yeah, well,
The Water Club. They got nice pillows.
Yeah, they do actually. Very comfortable. So I check in, and I'm throwing my stuff down. I'm just relaxing. They got the little couch there. Get sack out. I hear a knock at the door.
Housekeeping.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, what the fuck? Nobody's coming in. So I get up off the couch,
Yeah.
and another knock at the door. So it's a second knock. So I go to grab the door open, and I hear the key go zzz, And the door opens. It's these two guys from housekeeping. I'm so, the fuck you doing? I'm just gonna show them the couch and the. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, get the fuck out of here. Shut the door. I didn't put the little thing on the little lock.
Oh, you always got to do that.
Yep. I was there for 20 minutes. I just checked in. You know, I wasn't.
Okay, so.
But whatever. I'm just saying, I didn't do that. Call downstairs. I call the front desk. I tell them what happened. Oh, we'll connect with security. Okay. Talk to security. I tell the lady what happened. She goes, they did what? I said, yeah. She's like, nah, that ain't right. I'm like, no kidding. She's like, I'll send somebody up, take a statement from you or whatever. I said, okay. So I sit around for like another 15, 20 minutes. Somebody comes up. I said, fuck it. So I go downstairs and I go down the elevator, and the security guy, you know, you can't get into the elevators until you show your key. So you got the security guy there.
Yeah.
So he says, no, the booth over at the Borgata, you know, it's over by there. And I'm like, all right. So I go over, I talk to the security guys, explain the whole thing again. I'm like, you know, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, well, you know, that's their policy. They knock and they knock twice. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, though. I said, I was already checked in. Why are they coming into my room? I said, because that makes me believe that if I'm down here gambling, people are just going to go up rifling through my fucking room. That ain't right. It's not housekeeping. Now, so the head of security, the manager of security comes on duty. Cool guy. His name was John. Awesome guy. So we're walking to the casino. He says, tell me what happened. I tell him what happened. He goes, all right, let's walk over here. Take me over by the coat check guy over there. He says, I'll be right back. He says, I'll see if I can get something for you. I said, well, I was just asking to see, just to let you know what was going on. I said, I'm not happy about it. I said, but if you can get me something, what the hell? He comes back, and I end up getting, they gave me a $30, food and beverage credit. Better than nothing. But I'm like, not for nothing.
That's all?
Yeah, that was it. I didn't want to be greedy, but I mean, I was happy to get anything. But what? But
I said I was naked, and they traumatized me.
Well, that's my thing. I said to the guy, I said, what if I was taking a nap? What if I was taking a shower? What if I was in a toilet? I mean, seriously, what the fuck? Because when you stay in a hotel room, you don't shut the bathroom door. When you're by yourself, you just leave everything. Everything's open.
No, I always shut the door.
Well, that's...
I shut the door.
Well, I am now. No, I mean, I am now. But I'm like, well, their policy is they check the housekeeping to make sure everything was done. I said, but don't they have a fucking list of who's already checked in? We don't need to go in that room. They'll go in another room. I was pissed off. I mean, come on, really?
Did that concert you went to make it better?
Well, that was a couple of days later. A friend of mine noticed that I was down in Atlantic City. He goes, I'm going to be down there on Saturday to see an ELO cover band.
Don't bring me down.
No. But, so I went down. We saw electric. I tell you what. Getting back to the casinos. You go to the casinos.
Yes.
And I know Sebastian Maniscalco does a thing on people checking into the nice hotels in Vegas and stuff like that. I'm not saying you got to go there in the tuxedo like Frank used to do and Dean Martin used to do, but these people, they look like Christian when they go into the hotels. They just throw on any old fucking t-shirt. They don't give a flying fuck what they look like. Put on a clean shirt. Then the pajama pants and the slippers in the casino. Why? Help.
I'm a firm believer that casinos should have dress codes.
Yes. 100%.
They made the Borgata up to be this big thing. Mm-hmm. And when you see the shit walking out of the elevators.
My God almighty.
Didn't casinos used to have dress codes?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't remember. But it was
I'm
always,
surprised that
like
wasn't
a gentleman's
ever-
agreement.
Yeah,
you had to be.
I mean,
dressed
listen,
up.
we can go like the way we're dressed right now.
Yeah,
This is
I mean,
okay.
yeah, I got ripped jeans,
but it's fashionable jeans though.
Yeah.
Not bad, by the way. So,
well, thank you.
Very nice. Target. I'm looking.
No, actually, this is Kohl's.
Kohl's, all right, not bad.
I use my Kohl's cash.
There you go. But I saw women in pajama pants and the fucking slippers in the casino. Why? I mean, I don't get it.
I never really see that. I see them at the slot machines.
Yeah.
I see them walking to the buffets that way.
Not at the tables.
Not the tables.
Not the tables or the shows. Not really.
Not the tables.
I went to a comedy show. I know. I texted you because
you did.
You gave me a scouting report on the comedians. They were okay. I was the youngest one in the show.
How's my scouting report?
It was right on, spot on. Dino was right on. But dude, I walk in
pull
there.
No punches.
Huh?
I pull no punches.
You pull no punches at all, and you were right on it. But dude, I walk in. I got there a little early. I got myself a little beer. Sit down in the chair. So I go up. You know the Borgata comedy room, right? The music box.
Yeah.
So I kind of went halfway up the back just to be away from everybody. I sit on the end. Have my beer. And I'm sitting there.
And they found you?
Somebody comes in and sits down right in front of me. There's 55,000 other fucking seats, and they sit right in front of me.
What did the ticket read?
It was a general admission.
Oh.
You can sit anywhere, but my whole point is that you see a guy sitting. There's like 1,000 seats around where I'm sitting.
Don't be that fucking guy. Yeah.
And I didn't know how crowded the show was going to. It ended up being pretty packed. It ended up, almost filled up.
Yeah.
But initially, I'm there like 30 minutes before the show. I just want to sit there, enjoy my beer, listen to the music they were playing, whatever. And they said, so I got up. I just got up and I walked to the row behind me. But then you see the Night of the Living Dead. Listen, we're all going to get old. I get it.
Yeah.
You know how I spilled my drink before?
Yes.
I saw about 50 of those happen in the showroom. The walking in with it's a comedy show. I know you're old. I know you may not be feeling well. I get it. But you're coming in like you're walking to your last meal. Yeah, I mean, people come to your show, it's the opposite, right? They come to your club, they're like, oh, they want to be part of the show and everything like that. You
Yeah.
get these people, dude, they were so miserable to be there. It's a comedy show.
The problem is they're there because they need a break from the gambling,
Yeah.
or the wife said, I want to see a show. I want to see a show.
Yeah.
That's the reason they're there.
I guess.
They have no other reason to go there.
It was,
And they make it very obvious.
yeah.
And unfortunately, when 1/3 of the comedy show that you went to see was atrocious,
It was. It wasn't
and
good.
the other one was just and maybe not really the genre for the people who were there.
No. But you can't play to that. When you're a comic, you don't
Well, no, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
You have enough.
Okay.
You have to have enough in your arsenal to adjust to the crowd.
Yeah.
Because if your bits aren't working, that's gonna be a long 25, 30 minutes up there.
your thumbs up comedian was able to adjust to the crowd.
Yeah, she did.
She was able to play
did,
off
right.
everybody. Old, young, black,
Marion
white,
Groden.
green. Very, very funny.
Very
Charles
funny.
Grodin's daughter. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
she's gonna be in Uncle Vinny's first week in October.
I will come to see that show because she's fucking hysterical. She had me peeing in my pants, actually. She was that good.
Yeah.
So because not the beat's a comic that's able to. She didn't just get up there with material. She got up there and just started immediately. You don't know who's going to be in the front row when you get there. She was able to immediately crack on everybody that was in the front rows.
Yeah.
She was good at it. Yeah, it was actually very enjoyable. But man, I'm going to be 53 years old. I was the youngest person in that room. And I was one of the few that didn't spill his drink. You heard
You did hear.
up there? We got to go up there. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you got to go up 5
What?
steps. Oh my God.
Are these tickets good for tomorrow night? I want to come back.
Oh my God almighty. But it was a good time. It was all right. It wasn't.
You gamble a lot.
No, I'm not a big gambler. I dropped like $40 and I'm good.
I dropped like 200. I get so fucking pissed off at myself.
Yeah,
How? Like, I never.
Chris is like, I don't make that in a week.
No, I make. Hey, listen.
I'm busting.
He's writing movies, okay?
Yeah.
Leave him
Listen, but anyway, it's. I don't see the appeal in gambling too much. I can't. I like my money too much.
I mean, it can be fun. I mean, it's fun when you're winning. It is. Don't get me wrong.
How do you value your money too much?
I like having money.
Christian, you
I
just
know
such a
You
self-
couldn't
listen.
walk to Wawa. You called an Uber.
You know what? It was extenuating
I saw people off
circumstances.
the air on that story, and they're like, "What?"
Why do you do that to me?
Because they need to know you.
No, they don't. They don't
need
need
to
to
see
know me
Christian.
like
We're going to
that.
pull him out here one day and get him on camera.
That's it.
It's going to have to
Am
happen.
I going to walk over there now?
You should. You should. You should actually with the pick.
He's got the pick. It's like
It was like a fucking mod squad.
the fucking white shadow.
Wait, did you just drop a mod squad?
Yes, I
reference?
dropped the mod squad reference.
I
Yes,
appreciate that. Oh,
I did. Mod
man.
squad.
I don't think he remembers.
By the way,
you remember the white shadow?
He watches everything.
But
That's
you
true.
mentioned Charles
That's true.
Grodin.
Yes.
So his daughter is a comedian?
Yeah,
hysterical.
Marion.
Oh, wow.
I don't think they talk though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, she didn't bring him up. Oh, she said she grew up in New York, but she didn't really talk. Really? He's actually pretty funny.
Charles?
He's been in some good movies.
Really?
Yeah, he's been pretty good. He's all right.
I know because he did that movie about the comic. It was a comedian movie he just did.
Did he?
Produced.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
Oh,
And he had a couple comics in there. And
The comedian.
She wasn't in there.
the comedian. Okay.
Yeah, she
Oh,
wasn't in there.
no,
No. Wasn't even asked.
that's rough. Your own father wouldn't ask you. And what do you do?
He
for,
was also in Louis for a little bit. He played Dr. Bigelow. I'm reading it off of Wikipedia.
okay.
I was gonna say, you don't look like a Louis C.K. fan.
I'm really not.
He's fine. He's all right. He's all right.
Hey, there might be a little sighting. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Might be a little Louis sighting.
Okay. Oh my God!
I got the inside track on something.
Look at you doing things.
I had that. Things are always going.
Good for you.
Always going. My mind doesn't stop.
It's a terrible thing to waste too.
I'm looking at that fucking Denzel Washington haircut. Look at him. Fucking
At least Denzel's was like smooth.
Freddie
I
Boom
can't,
Boom
with these
Washington.
guys.
No,
I can't.
white shot. Remember what was the white shot? It was a Coolidge.
I don't know. I'm looking at Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Mr. Qatar. You're not even black.
I just found out that he's Dominican.
You're Dominican?
Yeah.
No shit.
Why does that surprise you?
He's a big Dominican. Aren't they like little tiny ones to do a little landscaping?
Oh my God! No, you didn't.
It's like, look at him.
Oh my god.
He looks like,
Damn.
look at him.
Damn.
I would not picture him being Dominican. I'm sorry. Look at him. He's huge.
He's a big.
I'm not even saying fat. He's just big.
No.
He's big.
We never said fat. He's a big guy. He looks down at us.
I really do.
I know he does.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
After we leave, you're like, what a fucking waste of money they do to these fucking
No,
shit.
But he comes back every week.
Let me tell you, I love doing this with you guys. I love this show, but I never realized how tall I was until I saw you in the hallway today.
Me?
Yeah, big as a shrimp.
I did
I'm not big.
I did not know how short you
I'm
are.
like 5'8.5". I'm not a midget.
You're not a midget,
You
but
know,
I always see you at such an equal level.
Why do they always ask for the high chair? You, Jesus. I'm not stupid. Got to jack this chair up, man.
You don't want me to tower over you.
Well, you do anyway. It doesn't really matter.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Freddie. Freddie Boom Boom.
You're getting your mic muted.
Oh, shit. Hey, well, listen, we helped you get the mic tonight. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, we demanded that.
Jesus Christ, it's almost 11 o'clock.
No, we gotta go.
I know,
We got
yeah.
things.
Is,
got things to
Ashley
do?
still in the room?
No, she took her coat and left.
She took her coffee.
She left her coffee.
She left her coffee. Yeah. Guess we're not having her back. Slide
Boy,
out.
where's the stalker? We're sending it to
Oh my
Europe
God.
for.
What the fuck? Can you imagine?
She drank from that cup.
You can probably sell
Make
it
a few
on.
dollars. Right?
Yeah, right?
I mean,
There's
there's some sick fucks out there, man. I mean, that's just
She's a tough girl.
yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
the feet thing is weird. I don't get that.
Nah, I don't get that either.
Like that's
Feet?
a little.
Listen,
Listen, you're a young boy. There's a lot of things out there, Christian. A lot of things out there.
but there's
But feet?
yeah, but you know what though?
Okay, fair enough. Just from one look.
Feet? Really? Just feet?
What-
There's people into like urination. There's people.
I
into-
know there's worse, man, but still.
Okay, well,
Well, listen, I think they're all bad.
feet's a lot easier than urination.
Well, I mean, listen, they're all.
I mean,
to a certain
especially if
degree-
it's manicured, pedicured. What do you call it? Feet? Pedicured.
You talk about the lawn again? No, but it all goes with the wackiness,
it needs
whether
to
it be
be
feet,
examined.
piss, or whatever the hell it
Needs
is.
to be examined.
Yeah, it really is. It's strange, and damn, I don't know. But but she's like you said, she's tough. I think she can.
Well,
handle herself,
there's
so.
stuff out there too with like muscular women too. Like that. Remember that woman China who died?
Oh, she was the
Was
wrestler.
it China or was it no the other one? The other one who died.
I don't follow the wrestling too much. I know China.
I
I've
mean, it
heard-
was China.
Yeah, I think
China.
is she dead? Okay, I don't know.
I mean, she was a muscular. She had fucking stalkers.
Listen, there's somebody for everybody. Apparently, you know,
There's a stalker for everyone.
I guess there could be.
Have you had anything close to having a stalker?
Thank God.
Either
no.
of you?
No.
Me?
No. Thank God. Dino's thinking about it.
I have.
Really?
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's borderline of a soap fan who thinks they're really your friend, and they think because they come and pay for a ticket at your establishment
That we're best friends.
that we're BFFs forever and ever and ever. Amen. That I've had, and that's why very few people I friend request
you
on
accept.
my personal page for that reason.
That's understandable.
I have to start being like that. I wish I was more stern like that because I do have I have a small following on YouTube of people that like listen to my music and stuff like that.
That's cool.
But like it's younger people. So sometimes they'll send me a friend request and I'm just like, I really don't want to add you. But then they send me a message, hey, I listen to your stuff. Big fan. I'm like, fuck, okay.
Thank you. Just
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Move on. That's it.
But then one time I had someone message my mom,
Ooh.
message my brother looking for me because I didn't respond to their friend request.
That's a little
And then I was like,
off base.
that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it always happens too when I go out of town, and when I go to Pittsburgh, like I was in Pittsburgh, Virginia, I got 4 friend requests from fans, and I don't know who the frig these are, but I look at the profile and I say, okay, where are they from?
It's one thing to
For-
connect with someone over like a mutual like for something.
Right.
But like still I like to keep it private and private.
Yes, I have a personal page, and I have an Uncle Vinny's page, and I have a Soap Fantasy page, and I have a Talkin Jersey page. Be friends with me there.
Yeah.
You don't know my personal life. If you don't
We're
know,
not even if we talk about this fun stuff online, we're not best friends. I don't know you.
no.
Well, listen, and there's no accounting for people that are crazies.
Right.
There's nothing we can do about that. They're gonna be out there. They'll find you no matter what.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. So, but as much as you can do to protect yourself.
See, with me, my biggest concern is not that they're gonna, oh my God, I need to have you. No, that's not the point. The point is that they think they're friends with you, and they try to take advantage of you.
and get stuff.
I will say this: there's a person that I unfortunately was one of those people that I probably shouldn't have friended, and I should unfriend. But the thing with my content is that people actually make music videos based on the songs that I make.
Okay.
So sometimes they'll send me a friend request, and I'm like, you know what? They took the time to make the video. I'll add them to the personal list.
Right.
So there's this one that I've been friends with for about a year, but I'm not like friends with. Just like, you did a video, cool. You're allowed in the club.
Right.
But it got weird when he started, like, you know how you have those like Facebook friend anniversary things? He did one for me, and I barely know this person.
I thought they just pop up automatically.
They do pop up automatically, but you have the option
You have
to share them or
it
not.
Oh, I know. I never share those things.
You never share.
Although
those
you shared
things.
mine. You shared one.
shared yours. Oh, you
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
I'm allowed in your.
because you two are friends.
Right.
I barely know this person. And I'm like, that's just weird. Like, and it, you know how sometimes the longer they are, it shows like the more stuff you've interacted with. There's not one fucking interaction.
I bite my tongue a little bit when, like, I had a couple people who did fundraisers with me. They would do like 2 or 3 fundraisers over like a period of like 3 or 4 years. They friend request you. It's like, all right, you put money in my pocket. You've never asked me for anything. If that makes you feel better that you're my friend on Facebook,
Then I'll add.
okay. Okay. But the minute, I had this one guy, soap fan,
Guy.
and he would email me and instant message me and like, hey, I'm getting paid next week. Could you hold on to my ticket? No.
Oh.
You've crossed the line. You've crossed the
Start
line.
asking for stuff like that.
Are you talking to Dino, or are you talking about the guy who owns Uncle Vinny's? There's a difference there,
Oh yeah.
Or are you talking to Dino, or the guy who was on a podcast with Vinny? And I'm not saying that I take all my friends on Facebook and I'm saying, okay, if I'm stuck in the middle of Pennsylvania in the middle of the mountains at 4 o'clock on a Saturday morning, is anybody going to come and get me? I'm probably going to say 90% of them won't.
There's one thing.
But I'm going to say 80 to 90% of them will give a shit and can't get there because they have kids.
Or they're just so far away.
They're so far away.
Yeah.
But they will give a shit about me,
Sure.
There's I will say though that there was this one time where I had someone reach out and say, "Hey, I love your stuff. Can I add you?" And then he sent me a message and was like, "Listen, I'm not expecting a friendship. Just know I appreciate your content. Thanks for making it." And I was like, "You know what? You get to stay on the friends list. Like, that's really cool."
Okay.
And there was one time I'd actually friended an actor on Facebook, just a local actor, but he did this cool thing that I think I'm going to start doing, where he said, "Hey, I'm not going to add you to my personal Facebook, but you can go follow the page and we can communicate there. It's just strictly a fan page."
Well, I was going to say to
Yeah.
you, that's what you should probably get. You should
Yeah,
probably
you
get a
should do
fan
that.
page.
You should, I'm probably going to end up doing that.
You should.
You should.
You should. If you got people saying they're fans of your work, yeah, go to a fan page.
And anybody that's on your friends list now, you can convert them over to.
Yeah, the
your
fan page.
yeah.
Be like, "Hey, go follow me here.
Right.
I'm going to start weeding out the weird shit."
See, now for the people who say we don't give a shit about Christian, we always pick on him. See, we're giving
do.
direction.
Absolutely.
We're giving direction.
This is probably the most legitimate conversation we've had on the
on air.
on air.
I know.
There, yes. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But that afro, really?
Yeah.
The reason for it is I'm trying to just figure out what the fuck to do. I used to
Well, I'm
have.
glad you cut it.
Well, I used to.
The Rasta haircut.
I couldn't tell.
No, the Rasta
I didn't
haircut.
cut
was
it.
not.
I
You
didn't
cut it.
cut it.
You didn't cut it.
Look
with
at
the
the
I
back.
just picked it out.
Yeah. look
I
at the
literally
back.
just
The
stopped
back
it
is
with
Oh, so you
like-
washed it.
Of course, I watched.
How do you wash that thing with a fire hose? How do you get water through that thing?
The reason I used to have I used to have hair down to here. I used to have really long hair.
Really?
I just never. I didn't cut it for the longest time, and then I finally went to short hair. But then I just let this go because fuck it.
We thank you for that.
Yeah, because it's an endless supply of jokes for your fucking show. You're welcome.
Well, hey, we gotta save some for next week.
I know. We love you, Christian.
I love you guys
call
too.
it a night.
I think we should.
We got things. We got to talk to
Absolutely.
Mink.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and tuning in.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
It was fun. Thank you, Ashley.
Ashley, thank you very much, wherever you might be. She said she was wandering the
She's
hallways.
driving to Atlanta right now.
I think she's gone. Yes, that's okay though. But
She's
we
like,
thank-
fuck these guineas. I don't want to talk to them
Exactly.
anymore.
But we thank her for coming on and
All right.
promoting her
Thank you.
fight. Goodbye.
Later.
Later.